So one day, this teacher by the name of Why Not says to a class of third graders, I want you to use the word beautiful twice in one sentence. Little Sally says, my mother bought a beautiful dress, and she looks beautiful in it. Very good, Why Not says. He calls on the next student who says, my mom saw a beautiful recipe, and she made a beautiful dinner. Very good, the teacher Why Not says. She notices Timmy is raising his hand. She says, yes, Timmy. He says, my sister came home pregnant last night, and my father said, beautiful. Just fucking beautiful.
Okay.
It worked.
Okay.
It worked. They got him an A. Okay. What do you call a woman who has lost 95% of her intelligence?
A man.
Divorced.
Divorce.
Yes, it's true. It's
Is
true.
that what
It's
it
so
is?
true.
Is
Yes.
Oh, man.
Divorce.
I knew it. I just knew it.
Oh, how do you turn a toilet bowl cleaner into a snowblower? Just hand the bitch a shovel.
No.
That'd be really funny if I didn't have to shovel all the time.
Don't applaud. Just throw
Yeah,
them in.
these
It's
jokes are
okay.
hitting too close to home for Why Not.
How can you tell when an Arab is fully matured? He takes the diaper off his ass and puts it on his head.
Friend, we.
A gay guy goes to the doctor and he says, I've got a huge hole in my ass. The doctor says, okay, drop your pants, bend over, and let's have a look. The doctor then says, Jesus Christ, what could have made a hole as big as that? The gay guy says, I was fucked by an elephant. The doctor says, an elephant's penis is long and thin. This hole is enormous. The gay guy replies, well, he fingered me first.
No.
Oh, my God.
And you know
Oh,
what?
my
I'm getting
Lord.
so many groans from that book. I think maybe I should tell a little story.
It's hilarious.
We'll change the subject a bit. There was
Okay.
two supposedly senile men. They were committed to an institutional home near the sea. They were taken out one morning for a walk, accompanied by an attendant, Albert. As they strolled along the shore, a seagull flew low and dropped a blob of excrement, which landed right on top of the bald head of one of the elders. The older. Albert saw what happened and said in great concern, wait right here, I'll get some toilet paper. As the attendant ran toward the building, one elder turned to the other, pointed toward Albert, and said, he's a darn fool. That seagull will be a mile away by the time Albert gets back with that toilet paper. Oh, I guess I'm hitting on all
That was
firing all
good,
cylinders tonight. Huh?
Yeah, you really are.
Great. Funny, funny.
Okay, I'm going to go a little more until somebody gives me the hook. Ernest
All
and
right.
Herbert were religious doubters, but they had a little bit of faith. They agreed that one who died first would make every effort to communicate with the other. Herbert was the first to leave this earth. For many months, Ernest kept alert, hoping to hear from him. Finally, one night, he awoke from a deep sleep and heard a familiar voice calling, Ernest! Ernest! Herbert! Cried Ernest. You've done it! I heard you! Tell me, what's it like? Well, said Herbert, it's not bad. I'm in a very comfortable, calm, dark place. After enjoying sleep, I come out and eat in the beautiful green meadows, and then I have a little sex and go back into my dark comfort again. After a lovely sleep, again I feel hungry, so I have to come out and have some more lovely green food to eat and a little sex, maybe a lot of sex, and then back again to sleep. Well, golly, said Ernest. So that's what heaven is like? Heaven, said Herbert. Who said I was in heaven? I'm a rabbit in Altoona, Pennsylvania. I told that one too slow, didn't I?
Well, that was pretty good.
No, I'm blind. I needed it a little slow, so you're all right.
Yeah. Well, that's why I chose a different color than blonde. I chose platinum. That's as dumb as you can get. If blonde is dumb, platinum is dumber. Dumb and dumb.
Hey, I'm platinum blonde. I resemble that remark.
Please, don't give me the hook. One more. Maybe just one more. Let's see. Just as Ernest didn't know where the voice came from, we often don't know where funny stories originate. As that wonderful humorist and linguist Leo Roasting says in his Hurrah for Yiddish, which is full of funny stories, old and new, classic jokes. Have an independent life and immortal viability. Before you grow, I read that one more. Let me say, so what? Do you stop a pianist who was playing Chopin because you heard the piece before? Eric W. Johnson. That I didn't know that was not a joke. It was pretty profound, I believe.
Yeah, it was.
Okay. Very profound.
Yeah, I feel like reading that again, but I'm going to read that to myself. Maybe I'll type it out and put it in chat so you can read it. It's pretty profound.
Okay.
The Jews are smart. What can I say?
Why don't you break right now?
Oh,
and maybe come back another time later.
I have one more that I would like to tell from memory.
Okay.
See how I do.
But you might have to come back again too. Don't forget that. Here comes Fader.
Oh, Fader. Wonderful DJ Fader. Well, let me tell this one from memory if I can do it. I don't know if I can.
Sure.
The Nazis rounded up a bunch of prisoners. Okay? They had a Polak, they had an Italian, and they had a Jew. And so they said to them, we're going to torture you and we're going to whip your back with this red hot iron chain. But you can choose whatever you want to have on your back to see if you can have protection. And the Nazi laughed evilly. So they said to the Polak, what do you want on your back? He says, I want you to line my back, rub it down with kielbasa.
Kielbasa?
Good. And so they did. They did that for him. And they beat him with the chain, and he was torn to ribbons, laying in a bloody heap. So then they went to the Italian, and they said, what do you want on your back? And he said, I take the olive sauce, the olive oil. You put all over my back, I'd be fine. The Nazi again takes the oil, puts it on his back, laughs evilly. And this time, Dr. Mengele takes the chain, whappity, whappity, whap, and the whop is down, laying in a pool of blood. And then Mengele walks up to the Jew, and he says, now, Juden, what would you like on your back? And he looks at Mengele, and he says, the Polak.
Oh, that's so mean.